Stories of Journey to the West, Chapter 65.
And the chapter actually starts with this opening verse, which is quite insightful. It's basically a reminder that, good deeds, bad deeds, they don't go unnoticed.
Like a warning.
Sort of. A warning against just coasting along, spiritually speaking. It sets this theme, this idea of divine observation, right from the start.
Okay, so let's get into the scene. We've got our four pilgrims, Tang Sanzang, Sun Wukong, Zubaji, and Sha Wujing. They're heading west.
And the setting is described beautifully. Winter's fading, spring is coming in.
Yeah, it paints this picture, right? Budding grass, green willows, peach blossoms, misty streams. It sounds lovely. Peaceful.
Almost too peaceful, perhaps.
Yeah.
A beautiful backdrop for trouble.
And then, bam! This huge mountain looms up. Massive.
Tang Sansang, ever the pious one, is just floored. He thinks it must actually touch the sky.
But Wukong, he knows better, doesn't he?
Immediately. He corrects him straight away. Cites this old idea, only heaven is above, no mountain can be its equal.
So he acknowledges it's huge, but keeps it grounded.
Exactly. He's like, it's tall, master, sure, but it doesn't really reach heaven. It's classic Wukong, seeing beyond the surface.
And then Baji has to chime in.
Of course. He's like, oh yeah, what about Kunlun Mountain? Isn't that heaven's pillar? You could almost picture him smirking.
Huh, yeah.
And Wukong, very patiently, actually explains this piece of ancient cosmology. He says basically, look, you don't get it. Heaven's considered incomplete in the Northwest. An old belief. The sky wasn't perfectly round or whole there. And Kunlun is in the Northwest, in the Kan position from the I Ching.
Ah, okay.
So the idea was Kunlun kind of propped up the sky there, filled the gap, hence heaven's pillar.
That's fascinating. And Sha Wujing finds this amusing.
Yeah, he makes a little joke about Wukong knowing everything. It's a nice touch, shows their personalities again.
Yeah.
Different levels of understanding,
So they start climbing, and that beautiful spring feeling, it changes pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. The text shifts. Despite the nice scenery lower down, it gets harsh. Wind howling in the pines, streams rushing.
But also descriptions like crows and sparrows cannot fly over, and even immortals find it difficult. That tells you something's off.
Definitely signals danger. It's not just any mountain. It's rugged, winding paths, countless peaks, tough going.
And there's wildlife mentioned, too.
At first, yes. Deer with spiritual mushrooms, apes picking peaches, foxes, badgers. That sounds quite mystical, actually. Then the real danger appears. Suddenly, tigers, leopards, wolves, right in their path.
The shift is so abrupt, from beauty to immediate threat.
It keeps you on edge.
Yeah.
And this is where Wukong steps up, big time.
His protector role.
Absolutely. One roar swings that golden cudgel.
And the path is clear, sends them scattering.
Shows his raw power. He's indispensable for their physical safety.
He really is. Though, as we'll see, even he can't always protect the master from himself.
That's the irony, isn't it?
So they get over the ridge, down onto this flat area on the western side, and they see it.
This incredible complex. Towers, halls, platforms.
Shrouded in this auspicious light, colored mist. You can even hear faint bells and chimes. It looks, for all the world, like a holy place.
It looks exactly like the real Thundersound Temple, Lion Temple. Wukong recognizes the architecture.
But there's always a but with Wukong's insight.
Always. Because alongside that familiar, sacred appearance, he senses something else. An ominous energy, Shanki. It feels wrong to him.
So he warns them.
He does. He says, looks like lion, but there's danger here, we shouldn't go in. He trusts that feeling, that insight he has.
But Tang Sanzang, his faith is just so strong.
Blindingly strong sometimes. He hears Lion Temple, sees the light, and he's convinced. This must be Spirit Mountain. They've arrived.
He totally dismisses Wukong's warning. Thinks they can't possibly miss this chance.
It really highlights that tension. Wukong insists, no, master, this isn't it. I've been to the real Spirit Mountain path before. This isn't right.
Do the others take sides?
There's a bit of back and forth. Xiaojing kind of mediates, suggests they just go up to the gate and see. Wukong reluctantly agrees to that.
Okay, so they get to the mountain gate, and Tang Sanzang sees the sign.
Reads, Yu Sengsof, Lian Si, Thunder Sound Monastery.
And he's just overcome. Falls right off his horse.
Yeah, completely overwhelmed with joy. He even starts telling Wukong off, see, you almost made us miss it. We're here.
Believing they've finally reached the end of their quest.
But Wukong, he's calm. He points out, Master, hold on, look closely. There are 4 characters there, not 3.
Ah, the crucial detail.
Exactly. The sign actually reads, Sing Lian Si.
Little Thunder Sound Monastery.
That one tiny character changes everything. Or it should.
But not for Tang Senzang.
Nope. Even seeing little, his faith just bulldozes over the warning sign. He argues, well, little or not, a Thundersound temple must have a Buddha.
He even references the idea of 3,000 Buddhas, bodhisattvas being everywhere.
Basically saying any place associated with the Buddha is worthy of worship. He insists they have to go in, starts changing into his formal robes.
Wow. Despite Wukong practically begging him not to.
Wukong warns him again, very clearly. Master, this place feels dangerous. If something bad happens, please don't blame me.
But the master's mind is made up.
Completely. He says his heart just wants to worship. Piety wins. He walks towards the entrance.
And as soon as they step inside,
A voice booms out, scolding Tang Senzang. Why were you so slow coming in to bow?
which immediately makes Tang Senzang, Baji, and Sha Wujing.
Taif, floor, prostrating themselves over and over again. Pure reverence, maybe a bit of fear kicking in too.
But don't Wukong.
Never Wukong. Not like that. He stays upright. He's watching, thinking, tending to the horse and luggage. Not bowing. His suspicion is on high alert.
And the scene inside looks incredibly holy, right?
Oh, absolutely. The text describes this grand hall filled with figures. 500 arhats, 3,000 Jiedi, Devajras, bodhisattvas, nuns, lay followers, monks, Taoists.
A whole holy assembly.
Beautiful flowers, auspicious energy. It's the perfect illusion.
Meticulously crafted. Designed to fool even the most devout. Like Tang Senzang.
Then comes the challenge.
Right. A loud voice from the main lotus throne demands, Sun Wukong, why haven't you bowed?
And this is the moment Wukong confirms his suspicions.
This is it. He takes a really close look at everything, at the figure on the throne, the assembly, and he knows. It's all fake. The energy is wrong. The details aren't quite right under scrutiny. He sees through it.
So what does he do?
He doesn't hesitate. Drops the luggage, whips out his golden cudgel, points right at them and shouts, You foul demons, how dare you impersonate the Buddha? And he attacks.
Bold move, but the response is instant. From midair, these golden symbols appear Jinnao.
And they trap him.
Clamp right down on him, encase him completely. He's caught.
And the others.
They don't stand a chance. Baji and Sha Wujing try to fight, but these disguised arhats and monks swarm them, overpower them quickly.
And Tang Senzang?
He sees too, tied up tight with ropes. The whole group, except Wukong, who's in the symbols, is captured.
And then the disguises come off.
Yes. The Buddha on the throne reveals his true form, a demon king. All the others, just minor monsters in Guai.
The whole holy scene melts away.
Revealing their true, grotesque, demonic nature must have been terrifying.
And they take the prisoners away.
Immediately, drag Tang Senzang, Baji, and Sha Wujing off to a back room, all bound up.
What about Wukong and the symbols?
His fate is
Yeah.
grim. They place the symbols with him trapped inside, right there on the altar.
And the plan.
The Demon King intends for him to turn into pus and blood within 3 days inside those symbols.
Horrifying. And the others?
Once Wukong's dealt with, the plan is to steam Tang Senzang, Baji, and Sha Wujing in an iron cage.
A truly dark turn. It really hammers home Wukong's ability to see truth and how easily the others were fooled by their own faith.
And the cunning of the demons creating such a perfect trap.
Sun Wukong already trapped. He's inside these things called golden symbols, the Jinnao.
Right, Jinnao. And they're at this place Tang Monk, his master, thought was the Little Lion Monastery, which it wasn't, of course.
No, it turns out it's actually a demon's lair. A very clever disguise.
And inside these symbols, what's it like for Wukong?
Well, the text says it's just black and dark, pitch black, and Wukong is sweating all over. He can't break free, can't even budge his iron rod.
So this isn't just like being locked in a room.
Not at all. This is a serious magical artifact. It seems almost, well, designed to neutralize his specific powers, his strength, his transformations. It's not just holding him, it's shutting him down.
And this is where Sun Wukong, who normally seems pretty much invincible, really hits a wall, right?
Exactly. He throws everything he has at it.
Like what? What does he try first?
Well, first he tries brute force, his transformations. He tries to grow enormous, thousands of feet tall.
And the symbols.
They just grow right along with him, perfectly sealed. The text says, no cracks or light.
Wow. Okay, so plan B, shrinking.
Yep. He tries shrinking down as small as a mustard seed. Classic Wukong move.
And again.
The symbols shrink with him, still perfectly sealed, no tiny holes for him to slip through.
Okay, this is serious. What else is in his toolkit?
He tries transforming his iron rod, makes it into a huge banner pole to try and prop the symbols open from the inside. Doesn't budge. Nothing.
So transformations fail, brute force fails. What's left?
He gets desperate, pulls out 2 hairs, another signature move transforms them into these plum blossom 5-petal drills.
Grills to drill his way out.
Yeah, he drills hundreds of times, but all he gets are these loud, clear sounds. The text is specific. He couldn't drill a bit.
So what does this tell us about the symbols themselves? They're not just strong, they're something else.
Exactly. These failures, one after another, they really show the unique nature of these things. They're adaptive.
Adaptive.
Yeah, it's like they're connected as one piece, but they also anticipate and counter everything he does. Growing, shrinking, force, even drilling. It's like the trap learns.
Making escape seem impossible using his usual methods.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a trap that doesn't just hold you, it actively responds to stop you.
So Wukong's stuck. Completely. What does he do? He can't solve this alone.
Right, so he does the only thing left. He uses his magic to call for backup, summons his celestial protectors,
The usual crew.
the 5 revealers, 6 Dingjia guardians, 8 Team Gurren protectors, the regulars.
And what can they do? Can they see him?
They confirm Tang Monk is safe, which is, Wukong's main concern. But when they try to actually deal with the symbols
What happens?
and try to lift them, pry them open, but they find the same thing Wukong did. It's like it's connected as one piece. They admit it's beyond their meager strength.
So even his celestial backup is stumped.
Totally stumped, which really underlines how serious this is.
This sounds dire. What's the next move?
Well, seeing how bad it is, the leader of the revealers, the Golden Head Revealer, makes an emergency run, goes straight to the top.
To the Jade Emperor?
Yep, bypasses everything, goes right to the Southern Heavenly Gate,
Right.
explains Wukong is trapped, maybe dying.
And the Jade Emperor's reaction.
He gets it, recognizes the danger immediately. If the Monkey King is truly stuck, this is major. So he escalates.
How? Who does he send?
He dispatches a much more powerful group, the 28 constellations.
Ah, okay. The big guns of celestial assistance.
Pretty much. This shows how seriously Heaven is taking this particular demonic trap.
So the constellations arrive. What time is it now?
It's late, the second watch. The demon's lair is quiet. Everyone's asleep.
And Wukong's still inside, presumably getting pretty desperate.
Oh, yeah. He hears them arrive, and his first instinct is pure Wukong. Just break the symbols. Get me out.
Makes sense. But did they do it?
No, they actually refuse. They're worried striking the symbols will make too much noise, alarm the demons.
Stealth approach. Okay. So what do they try instead?
They try. Prying. Gently. Using all their different weapons, spears, swords, knives, axes, trying to find a weak spot, maybe slide them open.
And how long does this go on?
They work at it for a whole watch until the third watch. But the symbols remain completely motionless, as if cast solid.
Wow. So brute force didn't work for Wukong, and now stealthy force isn't working for the constellations either.
Right. Which really poses the question, if force and standard magic fail against something this adaptive, what can work?
This seems impossible. Is there another way?
Well, this is where things get really interesting. One of the constellations, Kang Jinlong, has a different idea.
Kang Jinlong. Okay, what's his theory?
He suggests the symbols might be a wish-fulfilling object, not just static, but something that transforms based on perhaps intent or interaction.
Okay, connects back to that adaptive quality.
Exactly. So his plan is, well, it's ingenious, but also kind of intense and painful.
Uh-oh. What is it?
He says Wukong needs to feel around on the inside for a seam, like the faintest possible join.
Okay, a seam.
And then Kang Jinlong will insert the very tip of his horn into that seam from the outside.
His horn. Why his horn?
It's described as being like a needle at the tip, potentially able to penetrate a tiny gap.
The idea is to create just enough of a loose spot.
For Wukong to transform super small and slip out.
That's the plan.
Does he?
Does he do it?
He does. Kang Jinlong shrinks himself down, finds the seam Wukong identifies, and pushes his horn tip in.
Is it difficult?
Incredibly, the text says it takes 1,000 caddies of force just to get the tip in. That's over 1,000 pounds of pressure.
Whoa. But does it create the gap?
Here's the twist. As Kang Jinlong makes his horn grow thicker inside the seam, trying to widen the gap.
Let me guess. The symbols adapt again.
You got it. They clung tightly to the horn, the text says, like flesh. It seals itself around the horn, leaving not a single gap.
Unbelievable. So even the clever plan is countered instantly.
It seems like it. The symbols aren't just adaptive, they're almost reactive. Alive in a way, sealing every possible exit as it appears.
Okay, now I'm really stumped. Wukong's inside, the horn is stuck, there's no gap. What possibly happens next? This is where Wukong has his own moment of brilliance, building on Kang Jinlong's attempt. It's truly audacious.
Go on.
He tells Kang Jinlong basically, brace yourself, this is going to hurt.
Oh, boy.
Then Wukong transforms his own golden cudgel, his staff, into a tiny, sharp steel drill.
Okay. Wait, don't tell me.
Yep. He drills a hole right into the tip of Kang Jinlong's horn from the inside.
He drills into his helper's horn.
Right through it. Talk about unconventional problem solving.
That's incredible. And then
Wukong shrinks himself down again, like a mustard seed, and literally squatted in that drill hole inside the horn tip.
he's hiding inside the horn that's stuck in the cymbals.
Precisely. Then he tells King Jinlong, okay, pull.
Pull the horn out. But it was stuck.
It was. And King Jinlong has to exert just immense effort. The text says he's left exhausted and weak, totally collapsed on the ground afterward.
But did he get it out?
He did. He yanked the horn free.
In Wukong.
Wukong emerges from the hole in the horn tip, instantly reverts to his true form, and now he's free. And he is not happy.
I can imagine. What's the first thing he does?
One massive, decisive strike with his iron rod. He smashes those golden symbols.
Does it work this time?
Oh, it works. Shatters them. This Buddhist ritual object, now vulnerable because its core trick was bypassed, just explodes into thousands of scattered pieces of gold, like collapsing a copper mountain.
Wow. So it wasn't just brute force that broke them in the end.
No, it was circumventing their adaptive magic first. Getting out was the key. Once he was out, they were just objects, powerful but breakable by him.
What's the reaction to this? The smashing, Wukong suddenly appearing?
Chaos. The constellations are startled, the revealer's hair stood on end, and of course all the demons awoke from their dreams.
The alarm they were trying to avoid.
Exactly. The Demon King is furious, quickly gets his troops, secures the gates.
But Wukong's already gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
He and the constellations are already leaping into the high heavens before dawn. Escape successful.
And the Demon King is just left there.
Left there, picking up the pieces of his shattered superweapon and yelling challenges up at Wukong to come down and fight properly. The demon, he claims it's Little Western Heaven, and specifically they're at a spot called Little Lion Temple, or Siso in Chinese.
Sounds holy, right.
Exactly. But the truth is, well, it's far from it.
And this is where the Demon King's sheer audacity really shines. I mean, he hasn't just occupied a holy site.
No.
He's completely usurped it. He claims this precious pavilion and rare tower, his words, was heaven bestowed to him for his cultivation.
Wow.
It's not just about physical territory, you see. This immediately sets up a profound conflict of spiritual authority.
Directly challenging their whole mission.
Precisely. Challenging the sanctity, the very legitimacy of their sacred journey. It's a calculated move, undermining their quest before a single blow is even struck.
That's incredibly brazen. And the mastermind, the demon behind this whole setup, who is this guy?
Well, he's known as the yellow-browed old Buddha, or, locally, the yellow-browed great king, sometimes even yellow-browed grandpa.
Yellow-browed old Buddha. That's quite a title for a demon.
It is. And the description paints a vivid picture. More beast-like than beast, more human-like than human.
Okay.
Disheveled hair, shining eyes, these upright yellow eyebrows, sharp teeth.
And his weapon. I remember that being interesting.
Yeah, a short, soft wolf-tooth club. It's quite an image, isn't it? Someone who really blurs those lines between human beast and, well, something else.
Definitely. So what's his angle here, beyond just setting up a fake temple?
Exactly. What's really unusual, I think, is his approach. He doesn't hide.
Right, he confronts them.
He openly admits to Wukong, yeah, I knew you guys were coming. He says he set up the fake temple specifically to lure Tang Sanzang inside.
Okay, that's bold.
And his proposition, it's not just a fight, he calls it a wager.
A wager. What are the terms?
Freedom if Wukong wins. Simple enough. But if Wukong loses, well, death for them all. And then get this, he claims he'll go to himself to collect the scriptures.
No way. He thinks he can just take over the pilgrimage.
Apparently. It's not just arrogance, though. It feels more like a deep-seated confidence, almost an intellectual pride in his scheme.
Like he prefers the gamble.
Right. A calculated gamble over some, simple ambush. It's a challenge not just to their strength, but to destiny itself.
Yeah.
What kind of demon does that?
It raises so many questions. And then inevitably comes the clash, the duel.
The epic duel. Wukong with his solid iron rod.
Like a dragon, the text says.
Against the demon's short and soft wolf-tooth club, which interestingly is even called a Buddhist soldier's weapon.
Huh. Despite their differences, though, both weapons have shape-shifting powers.
Yes, both possess these incredible transformative abilities. And the fight itself. Intense doesn't cover it. 50 rounds.
50. And no clear winner, still.
No clear winner. It's a stalemate.
That's surprising, even for Wukong.
It is. And this surprising stalemate here is key. You'd expect Wukong's legendary prowess, his skill, to quickly overwhelm the demon.
Especially when help arrives, right? The constellation.
Exactly. The 28 constellations and the 5 directions revealers, they jump in, they surround the Demon King. He remains entirely unfazed. Completely unfazed.
So it's not just about fighting skill.
Not at all. This hints really strongly that his true power, whatever it is, extends far beyond conventional combat. It's not just brute strength or weapon mastery. Well, he's fending them off with one hand.
Multitasking.
Right. And with the other, he pulls out this old white cloth sack from his waist.
An old sack. That's the weapon.
Seems innocuous, but the text describes this distinct slipping sound as he just throws it up into the air.
And what happens?
It's terrifyingly effective.
Oh,
Instantly. No hesitation. It just swallows Sun Wukong.
Wukong himself.
Wukong, the 28 constellations, the 5 directions revealers, all of them. Gone.
Just like that. Into the sack.
Into the sack. And the aftermath is grim. They're bound tightly with hemp ropes. The description is vivid. Bones soft and sinews numb, skin shriveled.
Oh, horrible.
And then just unceremoniously thrown to the ground. This isn't just capture, It's profound. It's deep humiliation.
Defeating celestial beings.
Exactly. It reveals this specific kind of magical power, one that doesn't just imprison, but incapacitates, drains the very life force. It humbles even the most powerful beings in a way brute force just couldn't.
Wow. So everyone's captured, drained, tied up. Seems pretty hopeless.
It does. But amidst all this despair, there's this really poignant moment.
Okay.
Around midnight, Wukong, still tied up, he hears weeping.
Tang Sanzeng.
Yes, it's sad weeping of Tang Sanzeng. And Wukong overhears his master expressing this deep regret.
Regret about what?
About not listening to Wukong earlier, before they entered the temple. Sorrow over being trapped, obviously. But also this genuine despair. He talks about their 3,000 merits potentially being completely ruined.
So even now, he's thinking about the mission, the spiritual cost.
Exactly. And what's truly powerful here, I think, is how this vulnerability from Tang Sanzang actually rekindles Wukong's resolve.
Really? After all their arguments?
Yeah. Despite Wukong's frustration, he feels this deep pity for his master.
Yeah.
And the fact that Tang Sanzang, even in this awful state, still thinks of the collective merits, their shared mission, not just his own suffering.
Connects with Wukong.
It forges this profound emotional connection, you could say. And that becomes the real catalyst for Wukong's escape plan. It shifts his motivation, maybe beyond just obligation to genuine care.
So how does he get out? They're all tied up, weakened.
Ingenuity. Wukong uses a body shrinking technique, just slips right out of his ropes.
Of course he does. Classic Wukong.
Classic Wukong. Then, incredibly stealthily, he frees everyone else. Tang Sanzang, Pigsy, Sandy, all the constellations, the revealers.
The whole crew.
The whole crew. They even get the horse ready. They're all sad, about to make their break.
But there's always a but.
There's always a but. They realize the luggage is gone.
The luggage. Always the luggage.
And this immediately brings up a really crucial point about their mission. One of the constellations, Kanjin Long,
Okay.
he questions Wukong's priorities. Basically says, are you putting things over people?
A fair question, maybe.
On the surface, maybe. But Wukong quickly clarifies, this isn't just, spare robes and toothpicks. The luggage contains Buddhist treasures.
Right, the important stuff.
The travel pass, essential for their journey. The embroidered cassock, a gift from Guanyin. The purple gold begging bowl. These are, in his words, Buddha's treasures.
Symbols of the quest itself.
Exactly. Deeply symbolic, essential for the pilgrimage. Retrieving them isn't about material value. It's about legitimizing, enabling the completion of their holy quest.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder of what this journey is really about.
Okay, so Wukong has to go back.
Yeah.
Again, into the lion's den, so to speak.
Or the demon's den. He goes back. Around 3 a.m. begins his second infiltration.
Stealth mode activated.
Totally. Navigates through tightly sealed doors. Finds the windows are all closed up tight.
Oh, how does he get in?
He transforms into a celestial rat.
A bat.
Commonly known as a bat, yes.
Oh.
The description is great. Pointed head, bright eyes like a rat, wings for twilight, hides during the day, eats mosquitoes, knows when to fly.
Such specific detail. It really shows his versatility, doesn't it? Using cunning or force failed.
Absolutely. And this subtle shift into a bat, allows him to navigate completely unseen.
Huh.
He gets inside, explores, and eventually finds the luggage. It's on the 3rd floor, and it's glowing.
Glowing? Why is the luggage glowing?
Well, this is fascinating. It turns out the Demon King, in his carelessness,
Yeah.
maybe arrogance,
Right.
he just stuffed Tang Senzang's embroidered cassock into the bag without even folding it properly.
Ah, the cassock itself.
Exactly. The cassock itself is a major Buddhist treasure, and it emits light because it's adorned with all these precious things. Wish-fulfilling pearls, mani pearls, red agate, purple coral, ceria, luminous pearls.
Wow. Okay, so Wukong finds the glowing bag. Success.
He thinks so. He's delighted, reverts to his true form, grabs the bag. He's ready to go.
But I sense another but.
You sense correctly. Just as he tries to leave, the carrying rope, maybe is frayed or just slipped,
Oh, no.
the bag falls right onto the floor
Oh,
with a loud thud and crackle.
that can't be good.
Definitely not. The noise instantly wakes the sleeping Demon King downstairs. He immediately shouts, "Someone's here!"
Disaster.
Total disaster. And this accidental mishap, it just underscores this profound truth, doesn't it? Even in these high-stakes situations with powerful beings and complex plans,
A simple mistake changes everything.
a single mundane error can be the crucial turning point. The ripple effect is immediate. Smaller demons rush up, reports fly back, Tang Sanzang is gone, Wukong and the others are all gone.
Panic stations.
Total panic. The Demon King orders all gates secured immediately.
And Wukong, with the bag.
He's trapped. He knows recapture is imminent. There's no time to retrieve the fallen bag now. He has to make a split-second decision.
Leave it.
He abandons the bag, escapes through the window, empty-handed again, losing the treasures once more.
Tang Monk, his disciples, and actually a pretty impressive group of divine protectors, they're trying to catch their breath, basically.
But that break,
Yeah.
it's incredibly short. I mean, the source makes it really clear this Demon King is just relentless. He's actively hunting them, spots them on a mountain slope just as dawn is breaking. So right away, this isn't just another fight. It signals like immediate dire threat. Makes that whole escape feel, well, pretty temporary. He is not giving up.
Not at all. And because the danger ramps up so fast, the response is, well, it's huge. Unprecedented, really. The source talks about this dramatic call to arms. It's Jiaomu Jiao, the Hornwood Dragon, who yells out, "Brothers, the monster is here!"
Right.
So what kind of backup are we talking about here? Who actually steps up to face this demon? And, what does that tell us about how serious this is?
Oh, it's basically a who's who of the celestial realms. You've got the full 28 constellations. Think of them as like divine guardians covering the whole sky. Plus, you have other powerful groups like the 5-direction revealed deities, the 6 Jia and 6 Sting spirits, the guardian Garan.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And then from the main crew, you've got Pigsy and Sandy, right? Got their weapons. They're ready to go. But it's also key that Tang Monk and the White Dragon Horse, they're not right there in the thick of it. They've been moved back for safety.
Right, makes sense.
But what's really fascinating and kind of sets the stage is this sheer concentration of heavenly power. All these beings gathered, and yet the story immediately hints it's not enough.
Really? Even with all of them?
Yeah, it's like the author is saying, look, traditional divine might, even loads of it, isn't going to cut it against this specific threat. It subtly prepares you for, well, a big shift.
And the Demon King's reaction to seeing this divine army, it's pretty chilling. He doesn't seem scared at all. The source says he just lets out this cold laugh, then whistles, and summons his own forces. We're talking, 4,000 to 5,000 smaller demon spirits, described as mighty and strong.
Exactly. And bam, the fight just erupts right there on the West Mountain slope. The source uses this really vivid, almost poetic language. Stuff like magic power overbears truth, while truth, being gentle, struggles. Yeah. And it says the chaotic battle shakes heaven and earth. You get images of spears and swords densely covered with cold light, just pure killing intent. It's brutal.
So it's immediate chaos.
Absolutely immediate and overwhelming. The text flat out says, demon soldiers fierce and brave, divine soldiers helpless. So there's no slow build. They're instantly losing ground. Despite their numbers, despite being gods, they're struggling right from the start against these demons.
Okay, so things are looking bad. Really bad. The divine army is helpless. And then, just when you think it's maybe all over, this familiar roar cuts through the noise. Old Sun is here. Sun Wukong arrives.
Right on time. Or maybe just in time.
And there's this quick exchange with Pigsy. What's going through Pigsy's head there? Because he asked about the luggage.
He does.
Yeah.
Which is, classic Pigsy. Even in the middle of this terrifying battle, he's thinking practicalities. It's almost funny in a dark way.
Yeah, a little bit.
But Wukong's response, that hits hard. He basically snaps back, "My life almost couldn't be saved. What luggage are you talking about?" Yeah, it's rare. You almost never see the Monkey King admit he was in real, mortal danger. It tells you just how bad things were, even for him, before he got there.
So even with Wukong there, the fight just keeps raging, brutal, relentless. The source marks the time passing, the sun sinks in the west, the moon rises in the east. Day turns to night, and they're still locked in this desperate struggle.
And this is where it gets really, really interesting, where the unexpected nature of the challenge really comes into focus. The Demon King sees how late it's getting, makes a sudden tactical move, whistles again, gets his demon's attention, and then he takes out his treasure.
His treasure, okay. And Wukong sees this, right? He's always sharp. The text says he sees the monster takes a dap bow, like a carry-all bag, off his shoulder and holds it in his hand.
Right, a dap bow. A bag. And this is the pivot point. It seems so mundane, doesn't it?
Just a bag after all this fighting.
Exactly. It's not some gleaming sword or, a terrifying weapon. It's a bag. And this is where the story really flips the script on power. It's this unassuming object versus Wukong's immediate panicked reaction. It completely subverts what the characters, and probably you listening, expects power to look like.
And Wukong's reaction is immediate and frankly shocking. It's the real turning point. He yells out, just desperate, "Not good, run!"
But here's the kicker, the thing that's just unprecedented. He doesn't try to fight it. He uses his somersault cloud and just bolts, escapes to the 9 heavens, and leaves everyone. Pigsy, Sandy, Tang Monk, and the White Dragon Horse.
Yeah.
All those gods we just talked about. He leaves them all behind.
It's stunning. He just abandons the fight completely.
Total capture. Swift. The demon just throws the dap bow up in the air, and swoosh. All the gods, Pigsy, Sandy, sucked inside. Instantly. Gone. Only Wukong gets away. Yeah. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, it's such a stark moment. It shows this overwhelming power. But it's not about brute force, right? Not about fighting skill. It's this unique, inescapable containment, magic. Even these really powerful deities, totally helpless, it completely flips our expectations. The greatest warriors defeated by a bag, an unexpected, non-traditional power.
So Wukong makes it out. He's the only one, lands alone on this East Mountain peak. How does he react? The great sage, equal to heaven, usually so confident, so unflappable. What's his state after seeing all that? His master, his brothers, all those gods captured?
Oh, it's raw. We see a side of Wukong you rarely glimpse. He's furious at the monster, obviously, but he's also crying for Tang Monk. The text describes this really mournful cry. "Master, what kind of misfortune did you create in that life, that in this life you encountered demons at every step? How can you escape such suffering?" He's just distraught, actually crying. Yeah. And he's thinking, right, he's got this internal debate going on, wondering about this dap bowsy, this carry-all bag. How could it possibly capture so many powerful beings? He actually considers going to the Jade Emperor, the top god in heaven.
Okay.
But then he hesitates. He's worried about, divine displeasure, maybe getting blamed, or maybe they can't even help. It shows vulnerability, but also, strategic thinking, even when he's upset.
Right. So what does he decide? He needs help. Clearly. Conventional power, even legions of gods, failed completely. So where does he turn?
He decides to seek out Northern True Warrior. He's also known as a demon-subduing heavenly venerable. This deity is currently on Mount Wudang, down in the southern continent, South Jambudvipa.
Wukong, totally alone, grieving, yeah, but also absolutely determined.